Umang Sanjay Shah.
Hello, sir. Good afternoon. Am I audible?
Yes,
Am I loud enough, sir?
absolutely.
Good afternoon, fellow panelists, Sir Atul, sir, Rahul, sir. I am CA Umang Shah. I've been practicing as a chartered accountant for the last 9 years plus. I present to you a very unique and interesting tool that I have titled it as AuditGPT. I call it as a CA brain in my office. Uh, yeah, during the audit times, when the final trial balance comes in my hand, what I am stuck with is analyzing every item, whether it is falling under CARO, whether this will have implication in the tax audit, what law is getting affected, what is happening, which is happening. My brain keeps on running faster and faster, and I cannot keep up. So I thought about developing a very unique tool. I will share my screen. I'm sharing my screen. Is the screen visible to everyone?
Siddharth, you have to stop sharing your screen.
Siddharth sir, please stop your screen. Stop sharing your screen.
I have stopped sharing my screen. Just, yeah.
Sir, is it visible now?
No. Siddharth's last screen is coming. Think like an auditor, build like an engineer.
Oh, but it is not showing me over here. It is, my screen is blank now.
Technical team may know something.
I'll just drop out and join again.
Yeah.
Umang sir, your screen is visible now. Audit guidance, law and regulation.
Yes, sir. Give me a moment. I'll just maximize it. So this is what I'll give you a brief about what my intention is with this. I built an audit assistant which will guide me through the entire process, including I will include the trial balances of the current year and the previous year, and a certain set amount of details which does not reveal any names or reveal any kind of personal data which we should not put it online. And I will try to take you through the entire process as fast as I can, because there are lots of tabs that are needed to be covered. My tool is a guidance tool. It does not give you the final answer. It will guide you, it will assist you, but at the end of the day, it is human validation and your own brains that you have to put to use. It will guide you amazingly. So all these details which I am right now going to enter are optional. The more you enter, the more the tool is going to work. Nature of business, I'm keeping it blank. It does not matter. I have selected the section. It is NIC 2008 based coding sections. So I can select multiple. I can select divisions. For the purpose of saving time, I've already selected. I can select multiples. I have put a turnover of current year as 50 crores. I have put 120 employees in the current year. I'm selecting private limited so that most of the sections become applicable. There are certain GST registered hazardous activity, classification of entity into micro, small, medium. I have a state filter. I can enter in which filter, in which states the company is operating. And then there are two balance sheets which I have to enter, which is, sorry, not balance sheet, trial balance. So there's a closing trial balance and there's an opening trial balance. And I run the analysis. Now I'm just going to briefly bring you to CARO, and I just want to see this line right now. We will come back to this later. It is right now analyzing the trial balance against CARO using ChatGPT. We'll come back to this later. Right now, the first tab, matched laws. So what I did is I created a resource, a study material of my own, highlighting the top 30 or 35 acts, laws, rules, and regulations which are applicable throughout India. So what this tool does is it will give me the applicable laws like plastic waste management, rule number, what is a brief summary, then whether any license is required under the said act, what type of license, name, who's the regulator that will give, what is the link of the regulator, what are the annual return, what are the filing frequency under it, and what are the fines and penalties for not following it. So what this does is gives me an entire chart where all the rules, laws, not all, but perhaps majority of the rules, laws which are applicable, which will assist me in the audit. So there are certain certificates, there are certain licenses which are supposed to be taken. For example, if it's a hazardous industry, you're supposed to have a authorization for dumping the hazardous waste. So all those things are being given, but it does not cover all the laws which are applicable in India. So I built a very unique thing here. It is a serious style legal verification prompt. What it does is it has a predefined prompt already given. It is very meticulously crafted, verified, and what it does is whatever inputs I have given, it summarizes it saying business facts. My softwares or my codes, whatever laws which it has matched, it will give, and then it will give an output request saying please provide the applicability analysis for each match law, additional suggested laws or rules that may apply, key compliance requirements, and a brief professional summary. So what it does is whatever laws which I have not covered, it will get covered. All I have to do is copy the prompt. It will go directly to ChatGPT. I am supposed to paste the prompt there directly, and it will beautifully summarize it. I am not showing how ChatGPT works. Everybody is aware how it works. I will just move on to the next tab. Next comes accounting ratios. So now the trial balances of both my years, last year and current year, is getting analyzed. It is doing a very basic analysis, giving me reverse size ledger. So if there is a current liability and it's a debit balance, all these are highlighted. But the main intention in this is to give ratios of current year and previous year for comparisons. And again, a CA style ratio analysis prompt, which once again has a prompt inbuilt and which will summarize all the findings it has and then put it to task saying, please give me a ratio interpretation. Please compare it with the industry. Please give me a professional remarks of each and every ratios. It will give me industrial benchmark comments. It will give me ratio wise tables. The intention being with this is to find out if the going concern concept is being violated or if there are any risk factor areas which I should pay more attention during audit during the ratios. The next tab, I will skip standards on auditing right now. If time permits, I'll come back here again. Standards of auditing and ICDS are similar in application. What this does is now the current year trial balance, it will analyze and it will highlight some keywords. Now I have my own research master file which I have prepared. Every tab I have prepared using a master file, which is a research file which is done by Gemini, Perplexity, and ChatGPT. All three of them do the research and all three of them check their research, each other's research, and then finalize a single file which acts as my master file. Now from that master file, the keywords are picked and then it highlights me here. For example, let's say we will go to fixed assets. So what it says, the trial balance contains property, plant and equipments under group which strongly matches the key trigger term. So once the trigger term is hit, it will highlight me that this ICDS is applicable. And once I click on it, it will beautifully give me object, scope, key principles, differences with the accounting standards, disclosure requirements, and recommended audit checks. In a very simplified form, all of this data is pulled out from Institute's guidance note or the actual accounting standards or any government or the verified sources. No other sources that I have asked the data to be pulled on. Below which it will give me a very beautiful summary of disclosure requirements of all the ICDS. What are the disclosure requirements? And below which will give me an recommended audit checks. This is all institute recommended audit checks which each ICDS can be put to using the guidance note as the base. This is how actually even standards on auditing work, but we'll come back later. Right now, let's move to CARO. Now, this is a different gamut. Here, I have integrated the LLM using APIs. I have integrated the chat GPT's analysis, LLM analysis backend. What it does is it pulls up my trial balance, current years. It highlights the keywords, the keyframes, and it has my master data. If I can show you the master data, for example, for CARO. Is the Excel file visible, sir?
No,
No,
Umang,
no,
we are
no.
able to see the screen with the
Okay, I
left
think so.
side.
I have shared just my browser. So what happens is I have two columns in my Excel. There is a keyword column and there is a triggers column. Keyword has all those keywords, for example, plant and machinery, fixed asset, buildings, immovable property, whatever will trigger that particular clause of the CARO. And there is a trigger column which has a certain types of conditions. For example, presence of balances in loans and advances ledger should be a certain amount, or if there is a related parties transaction ledger present somewhere in the trial balance, it will pull out that details. It will send all those details to chat gpt, and there are no names anywhere in the trial balances. Perhaps there are vendors name, but I have a habit of not opening up the vendor's name and giving just sundry creditors for my analysis. So what this does is, now for example, if I pull any particular this clause, what it does is it will give an initial assessment. It gives me key findings. From where did it pick up? So the clause is statutory dues. What it does is GST payable, so and so, so and so, so and so are payable. These accounts indicate outstanding statutory dues that needs to be assessed for regularity in deposits. So conclusion, it is likely applicable, further verification required. So what it does is, every individual clause, it will try to find out the condition, analyze my trial balance. All this is done by chat gpt, supported by my code and supported by my own research data that I have done from Gemini and perhaps a certain other more also AI developers also. So once again, every clause, it will try on finding the key findings, try on find that whether this particular clause is applicable to me or not. It will keep on doing that and it will give me this answer. The same goes for tax audit. Tax audit also, it does the similar thing as what is done by CARO. For example, if I open any particular clause, what it does is clause 17 requires auditor to report transfers of land and building. So now relevant trial balance accounts values. So there is a plot at Vapi, so and so, sales of product, this. So these are the relevant accounts which got hit because, and according to chat GPT and according to my code, these are the relevant factors which makes clause 17 of form 3CD applicable to me. There is an tax audit action and conclusion. It gives a guidance what the auditor has to do, pull solely and solely on the basis of our institute's guidance note. It will give me a tax audit action for each and every clause. Not every clause of tax audit report, because certain clauses in tax audit report are an answer of yes or no, or mentioning of documents, or mentioning of partners ratio or something like that. So those clauses are never getting analyzed and never ever are being fed in my system. But other than that, which are related to trial balances, all those clauses will get picked up here, get analyzed, and then finally it is going to give me a beautiful answer. See, for example, it is a related parties transaction. So now it is saying falana falana related party closing balance, director remuneration payable so and so, wages, EPF, ESIC. So what it is trying to tell me is, try to check in wages if you have paid salaries to somebody related. These are related party on upfront. So accordingly, then it is going to give me a guidance. Tax auditor should verify the nature and reasonableness of the payments made to the related party. So and so. So whatever the guidance note says, it is going to pull up that clause and it is going to show it here. If I have some time, I'll take standards on auditing as well.
The 1 minute is left.
Okay, so I will just go through it. In the end, I'll show you what is more interesting part of it. This is again same principle on ICDS. This does not do a back-end integration with Chat GPT or do any API thing. It will give me a summary of auditor's responsibility, every accounting, every standards on auditing wise. So it keeps on giving me auditor's responsibility and gives me a very brief title of what the standard is about. And then below which it will give me a summary of documents required. This is now purely analyzed based on my trial balance, my keyword, my own database, which Gemini, Claude, and Chat GPT and everybody has prepared together. This is not some random list which I have just put it. On basis of every trial balance that I upload, on the basis of all the other details that I put forth, these keep on getting generated accordingly. So I think so I cannot share the Excel file. I will try it once again if I am able to share it. I think so I can share it. Sir, can you see the Excel file now?
No, Umang, you need to stop share this now. Yeah, it is visible now.
Yes. So this is my CARO's research Excel structured file. This is a clause number title. It is a description of what the CARO is about. This is a required information what the CARO wants. Now these are the keywords which will highlight that this clause becomes applicable. And these are the triggers which ChatGPT will check. It will check only these triggers. It will not come up with any hallucinations. It will not come up with its own argumentation or its own analysis. This is what it will do. This is what it is supposed to do. And on this basis, it will give me. And in my research, there is always where the source of the file, the source of the research, and there are cross links which I have created so that I can also find out from where the research has come. So these triggers are what will the ChatGPT will check. These keywords are what the application will check, and on the basis of this twin, this thing is what finally the answer is given in the form that you can see. I have more certain tabs also, sir. I have not incorporated here because I knew the time would be short, but I have tabs like this. This is so easy to increase. The tabs are so increased. I can have a AIS tab. I can have GST tab. I can have an MCA tab. I can keep on having. This is the future of audit automation in my office, which everybody uses, and it helps and assists my audits to be taken to the next level because it elevates my entire audit procedure, and I can take printouts of all these things. I can export this as an Excel file, and I can keep it in my file. I can give it to the person who is going to the audit on my behalf, and the entire purpose of this being, it is a guidance prompt. It will guide me. It will never give me a final answer saying this is your outstanding or this is your answer to this clause. It will give suggestions, it will guide me, but it will never give me, it will never take my role. It will always assist me. Sir, I think so I am out of time. Is there any questions, please?
Rahul sir,
Sir, one small question. What tool you have used to develop this entire automation process?
Sir, ChatGPT, Perplexity, and Gemini. These are the only tools that I have used. I don't know much of coding. So what I asked ChatGPT, I asked Gemini and Perplexity to do a detailed research of a particular topic. Let's say I picked up audit report under Form 3CD. They both will do an extensive audit. I will feed that audit to ChatGPT, and I will tell ChatGPT, do your own research, verify these two files, and then give me a single file which encompasses all your recommendation, all your just summarize all these things for me, and that is how my research file is ready. Now on the basis of that research file, I will tell ChatGPT, boss, I already have a very basic Streamlit application. Please add a new tab in it with integrate it with yourself. In the Excel file, you have one particular column which has a keyword, another particular column which has a strict condition. All you have to check is that. You analyze my trial balance, you create a new tab, you give me the code, it will directly give me the code. I am pasting it in the folder, my new tab is done. So right now also in 10-15 minutes, if I want another tab, sir, it is very much possible. If I don't verify the resources, or I don't verify the reference material, in the span of 10-15 minutes, all I have to do is ask ChatGPT to add to my existing module some another tab, let's say analysis of 26 years, for an example. So I don't know the codes, what it has written. I use it, and perhaps when I find some kind of an error while using it, I go back to ChatGPT saying, boss, I had this particular error when I was using it. So please make sure from the next time it does not happen. So that is
Where
how I
you have
keep on
pasted,
building the tool.
where have you pasted that code? Your local computer, or you have used any external source for?
No, it is on my computer only, sir, nowhere else. It is all on my computer in my local hard drive.
It is working entirely offline.
It will work entirely offline, but it won't give me then the response to CARO and tax audit report. I tried doing it offline as well, but the code was so huge. I didn't have the talent, nor did I have the patience to check that big of a code. So I I told ChatGPT, you only do it. Please don't because uh, I am not a technical person, so I cannot bug the code. I don't know what are the consequences of deleting a single full stop or anything. And I press some key, something else is happening. So I usually avoid that. But it is entirely possible to take this entire thing uh, offline, having a research in the form of Excel, having a code that will understand your trial balance, and on the basis of keywords, it will highlight you beautifully what you have to do in the audit this year.
Thank you from my side. Atul sir.
Yeah, so a good presentation, Umang. There's only
Thank
one
you,
thing
sir.
I want to add. Because see, it talks of lot of statutory things that chartered accountants are doing. So
Yes,
this
sir.
must come with a disclaimer that whatever output the tool is giving,
Yes, sir.
the member he or she must validate it before drawing any conclusion. That is, yeah.
Yes, sir. I have put that. I think so. You didn't see it because at every end of the day, this ICDS analysis is based on fuzzy matching and ICDS key terms. It serves only as a risk assessment pointer and must be confirmed with the entries, complete financial and tax records. So I keep
Great,
on putting disclaimers wherever I can, but it is just me and my office using it. I don't. Nobody else is using it as of now. So, but even then, I have put the disclaimers, sir.
great.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.